All right, what's up, internet? Live from the new Hardware Sugar on this fine Sunday. So we finally finished the move to the new place here at 2232 Chino Roces. What's up, Revin Jan? I thought you were taking a break from your computer. What's up? Good afternoon, Jaguar. So yeah, we just started streaming. This is the new place, so I'll be taking you guys around a little bit. Although you notice I don't have my usual wireless headset, so we're making do with this mic. And so I'm sort of tied to the desktop right now, but we can still go around. But you can see from the main feed that it's much larger than the old shop. What's up? Good afternoon, David. Thanks for joining us. And ayun, so we've been here since Wednesday, so we haven't even been here a week, but we have done some builds already. Online shop is back online. We're delivering just like normal. So yun, this is just a very quick stream. This isn't the final version of this shop. Like, we wanna buy new shelves and things like that. But I will, well, let me run the ad first, guys. So we'll get that out of the way. And then, what's up? Good afternoon, Jack. Good afternoon, Anne. Thanks for joining us. And yun, we'll just run the ad and then I'll take you through a very quick tour of the new shop.
Bibili ka ng PC, most likely kailangan ng Windows. Pero saan ka kukuha ng legit Windows? Daming options, daming prices. Nito.
Buti na lang, may cdkeyoffers.com.
Madali lang ang order.
Search for the software you need, add to cart, daan ka sa payment options nila.
Wala pang 5 minutes, finished! May legit working CD key ka na para sa Windows mo.
Gamitin ang aming code para makakuha pa ng discounts.
Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng legit, mura, at original software,
Check out cdkeyoffers.com.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna leave you for a little bit because there's an actual customer in the shop. Sorry, you're actually live now. Dito sa camera. Let me just mute it. Shop business first. Alright, guys, actually we did have a new build come in yesterday and then we did it today. So I was gonna feature it on the stream, but the owner is actually in store now. But he was kind enough to let me feature it just very briefly. So let me bring the camera around. Ayun, again, I do not have our usual Corsair Void wireless, so parang I'm tied into the desktop here. But this case was a custom case. We didn't have it in stock, the Pure Base, Be Quiet Pure Base 500DX. Yeah, sorry for the shaky cam. Noticeable features are the front strip, and then of course the mesh. The whole front actually is mesh, and then it's bisected with the two parallel lines. So very distinctive look. To be honest, we don't get a lot of requests for this case. I was quite surprised for this specific request. Wait, yeah, I think this is better so they can see it. What we've done here is the stock fans are two 140 mm's. They're quite large actually. Then for the AIO, we moved the stock 140 mm's up to exhaust on top, and then the AIO is here for front. And then you notice the very nice double loop ARGB fans of the ML240 AIO, the Cooler Master one. This is You know naman, I have a thing for AIOs na ibang design. And then, this is a very unique AIO design from Cooler Master. Parang they made it transparent and see-through. So you get a lot more light bleed on the CPU block here, which again, you don't see a lot of. Although Fractal Design has taken this sort of to its extreme with the Lumen S24, which we had also, and I was super curious to see it in person, but I didn't make it when we had a build that used it. Pero sobrang ganda nga daw. This one also has a very nice, it's more subtle than the very bright RGB na naging uso dati. Parang this is where the design trend is now to a more subtle kind of softer RGB approach. And finally, of course, everybody asks what's the GPU. This is a 3070 Ti. You'll notice the bling bling like crystalline design around the fans here at the bottom. Gerald and I were talking about it. Parang it's also meant to be vertically mounted, so you can see the GPU kind of facing here, so you can appreciate more the design. Although to be honest, I'm not a fan of the parang crystalline frame. CM has a similar fan design, but I'm not a fan of that too much. Too bling bling for me. Although I don't know if the owner minds, pero hindi naman kita. Hindi naman kita from if it's
Oh shit, yeah, I can see it.
Diba? Yeah, it's super.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, parang it's like a parang baller type na parang it's too much for me personally.
It's good for downward facing though.
Yeah, you don't notice it naman kung ano. Yeah, if it's not vertically mounted. So, yun, this is a very pretty rig, good performance. 5800X, diba? If I remember correctly, the
For
CPU.
CPU?
Yes, yeah. And then you got the Furies for the RGB, the RAM, Fury RGB RAM. And yeah, this is pretty much borderline state of the art. I mean, of course, you can have 3080, 3090, but this is very respectable. You know, parang it's like in the top maybe 85% of in terms of speed. So very respectable rig. And we were glad na we were able to do a quick turnaround on it. And yeah, so I'll get back to you guys in a bit. It's just me at the shop at the moment, and I do need to tend to the customer. Although before I go, you'll notice that we have this very cool parang the torrent case is on a stand, and it's on wheels, so we can move it around now. So I actually got this thing from IKEA, this thing here at the bottom, and it's super useful now. And the torrent is a massive case, but it's so easy to move right now. I'll talk about that in a bit, like the stuff we saw at IKEA, because ASUS was kind enough to invite us to IKEA for the special opening, kasi it opens to the public pa on November 25. Alright, but hang out here for a moment, guys, because I gotta write up the customer. Shop business before stream business. Okay, let's All right, hang on, guys. I just need to write the customer up. But at least you guys got to see the build before it got picked up. It's very nice build. Yun nga, the ML240. But antay may customer kasi. That's nga ba Rocket the Programmer, ha? I need backup here. We're streaming and we have a customer. Yeah, but I'm just dealing with a customer. I mean, I'm just taking care of a customer, and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so we're just finishing up here. Yun nga, again, I did want to point out the the nice roller caster thing we got from IKEA. Yes, this torrent is a massive case, pero kayang-kaya nung I don't know what they call this case thing, but it was in the ROG segment of IKEA, and um, yeah, I picked it up because it looks so useful, and I'm I'm excited now to try to like use it to cart around different stuff. So it can handle the torrent, it can probably handle the monitors, and like I can probably pick up another one. It's kind of reasonable at like $800. The assembly though was kind of difficult. The assembly was straightforward except for one part where you have to slot the wheels in place and then secure them in place. They're not screws, so you need to bang metal into submission, and that's never fun. So nahirapan ako doon. Actually, I filmed it so I can make a short. Ace, it was around $800, $850 I think for I don't know what they call the tray, that kind of tray on wheels thing. Pesto, no, there is audio. It was just muted kasi I'm finishing up with the customer here. So we are a working shop here at Hardware Sugar. Hindi lang kami puro YouTube or Facebook or mga kalokohang, let's get invited to IKEA and stuff like that. We are a working shop. We do a lot of builds, PC parts. So there's always somebody picking things up here. Actually, I was supposed to stream a bit earlier, but I was busy assembling that wheel thingy with the tray wheel thing, and then another customer ordered something as well. Oh, hang on. Let me mute you guys for a sec. Sup, crew from Facebook? There is sound, but I'm just finishing up with the customer. So yeah, hang out for like 10 minutes, and I will continue the stream. But yeah, we were able to feature the build of the customer. So hold on, guys, for a bit. All right, I'm back. Another happy customer, I hope. So I'll just talk a little bit about this tray thing that I got at IKEA. Here, better angle. Oh, not a better angle. Yun, so yeah, it's small, but its wheels are super slidey, and it can basically carry just about anything. I carted out a full rig on this thing just now. We are on the second floor, so medyo nahihingal pa ako helping the customer down and then going back up. So let me catch my breath. But yeah, the torrent case, which is quite huge, fits perfectly fine. It's very stable on this thing. It's around 800, 850. Let me get the product details. Sorry guys, I think I tossed the name of the thing, but I did save it somewhere. But yeah, this is in the ROG section of IKEA. And yun, if you've been following our Facebook and our YouTube and stuff like that, we were there for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, on the invitation of ASUS. And IKEA opens November 25 to the general public. Super nice. It's the biggest IKEA in the world. So our IKEA in the Philippines is the largest in the world. Yes, they do have the meatballs and actually masarap din yung meatballs, but what I really liked was the chocolate cake. They have this chocolate cake that I don't know if the other IKEAs have it, but I've never had it in another IKEA. But it was super good. To be honest, I wanted to get more, pero nahiya lang ako kasi parang libre siya, and parang kawawa ka naman kung libre tapos you go back for seconds. But it was really good. Yeah, so this is the shop. Again, apologies, I am using a wired connection now because I didn't borrow my brother's wireless Corsair Void. But you can see on camera that the shop is much larger. So we just sent out a build which used a case we've never built in before, the Pure Base 500DX from Be Quiet. This build is actually for diagnostics. The customer bought all the parts from us, but he did his own assembly. And now he sent it back to us because he was using the computer and then suddenly nagkaka-no signal sa monitor. And we have been trying for the past 2 days to get it to break. Yun yung term namin for when we run diagnostics. Kasi, when a PC crashes or when it does a blue screen of death, it's basically breaking, right? So when we're doing diagnostics, we try to run it at the maximum. So you notice the CPU utilization here is 100, GPU is at around 50, 60%. So we're stressing the computer out, trying to make it break. But so far, and which is the difficult part about doing diagnostics, sometimes yun nga, dun sa customer, crash, pero dito in the store, wala naman nangyayari. And this is what's happening with this particular build. Everything is running fine for the past 2 days. I do notice though that we've changed our program that we used to stress the computer. Now we're using IDA 64. I actually don't know why, or I'm not quite sure why we've settled on IDA 64. Before we were using Cinebench and then TimeSpy a little bit to get basic benchmarks. Rocky the programmer suggests try to run 3D Mark. I will tell the boys tomorrow when they come in. Although it could be the GPU. It is 5600G ata or 5700G, so it's one of the APUs. Yes, Tony from YouTube, the storeroom is much larger as well. Again, I would take you for a tour, but the mic doesn't reach all the way into the storeroom. But yes, a much larger storeroom as well. Although, you notice we've kept the same basic layout, so we have our usual shelves, but we don't have any shelves here in the left part yet. So, still a lot of room to stock stuff. And I actually don't like having these cases there in the back. I've mentioned before na parang ayoko lang may nakakalat, and parang it looks so untidy when you have a bunch of boxes like in the shop. So we're gonna get more shelves, and we're gonna make it easier. Yung parang ganito na you can walk around and actually see and touch the products. Kaysa sa may nakatambak and you know, it's like a mini maze and you need to run like a rat to get to the items that you want. So that stuff definitely will be in some kind of shelving in the near future. This one, yes. So I did actually just want to talk about that build, which I showed briefly. Then the customer came in and picked it up. That's it for the diagnostic build. And this is actually one of our test benches. It's in a Fractal Design R6. R3 3100, I think, for the CPU, stock cooler. And we finally got our 2080 Super back. This GPU is the shop GPU. It was donated by one of our very good customers. Like palagi siyang bumibili. I mean, and he's been with us from pretty much the beginning. Like very early on, he bought a rig from us and he's been upgrading ever since. So one of our very loyal customers. And when he upgraded to the 3000 series, he's like, sa inyo na tong... He also got the 2080 Super from us and he was like, sa inyo na to. So we've been using it as an extra GPU in the shop. We actually lent it out recently to another customer whose 3070 broke, and it took him a long time to come back. We had already gotten the 3070 replacement. It took him a while to get back to us. Para na-enjoy. Then I guess the 2080 Super wasn't bad because yun nga, we had this 3070 for around 2 weeks or so. 2 months or so, pero he didn't feel the urgency to come get it since I guess okay naman yung temporary replacement namin. And that's something we do here at Hardware Sugar that not a lot of shops do, is that we lend out replacements. Like nasira yung PSU mo, nasira yung AIO, CPU cooler, GPU. If we're not able to get you a replacement right away, sometimes we're able to lend you stock free of charge. Not all the time, depende rin if we have extra, if baka naman we can get the replacement right away. But you know, when we can, we do. And so the 2080 Super just recently came back to us. It was a loaner unit for maybe the past 2-3 months or so. All right, so we're in a bigger space now, and you will see a video soon like how to get here, and like there's lots of parking. Generally, I would walk you around the store. But I'm really having trouble with this wired setup. So we do have the Torrent back in stock. Big boy, very big. Running a bit short on AIOs, but we've gotten a restock of the Castle 240X in white. We have Z53 again. It was out of stock briefly. GPU is also running a bit low, although at least we have the basics, the 3060s. We have a 3060 Ti. No 3070. We just sold the 3070 Ti, which was in the build I just showed you guys, the pure base 500DX build. We do have 6700 XTs from AMD, roughly analogous to the 3070 and much cheaper actually than a comparable 3070. If you visited our shop at Giho, you'll notice that the basic layout hasn't changed. We have the Mobos like on that left side where they usually are, then the PSUs, then the AIOs, the GPUs. We have changed it up a little bit with the CPUs here in the bookshelf. We have one face cam, Elgato face cam, if you guys are looking for a good webcam. Yeah, SSDs, and yep. So we got a bunch of stuff. Although I didn't realize we still had one left of the black triple fan, the Unifan SL120s. We are getting more restock of GPUs. A bunch of other things this week. We also have a lot of the Core P3s left, black, white, and a couple of the Core X P1s, the Core P1s. The Elite is just also recently back in stock in white. And yeah, so yes. So a short mention of the sign. This sign has been with us through all of our shops. This is our third shop already after 4 years. I think we were 4 years in operation. And this sign has been in all of our shops. It was hanging outside of the first shop. It was hanging inside in the second shop, and now it's hanging again here in the third shop. So I hope it brings us, so far it's brought us good luck. Every time, parang shop upgrade to, every time we move, we're upgrading the shop kasi it's to a bigger space. So hopefully the sign continues to bring us luck. Rocky the Programmer served down ni Warren yung 3060 Ti, but we already gave her a 2060. I was like, I had to think what we sent Warren for her use. Although the 2080 Super is back. Pesto, wala nang lumalabas ngayong super versions ng 1650 and 1660. I have not seen, to be honest. We've been trying to restock those kasi we usually carry the 1660 Super. But yeah, parang wala pa akong nakikita lately na restock. Erickson Chua, time for an RGB signboard outside. Don't tempt me. Actually, I've always wanted a neon sign. But outside. Although, hindi siya ganun, like, when you enter the new location, you're entering the parking, like you won't see it from the outside. You really need to know where you're going. And once you enter the parking lot, we have a big tarpaulin outside. So the tarp will show you the direction, but parang masasayang lang yung neon RGB. So maybe for the next shop. Yun. Cheers to new beginnings, Tony Navarro. Yes, thanks very much. We are excited to be in this new place. Hopefully yun nga, it has the same good juju as the old shop at Giho. There are some things about Giho I'll miss, like the view, may plants outside. This one is very enclosed. We're on the second floor. Although it is much larger and we got a good deal on the rent. And the parking, yun nga, is much easier. Oh, actually, parang I can use this as a dolly. Kasi parang it's so smooth, oh. I'm actually just... I'm like... Yeah. So this roller thingy can double up as a dolly. Kinechi C, 5 years from now, sana maging Micro Center and Hardware Sugar. That's the general goal. I mean, to have something with that kind of inventory capacity. Kasi wild talaga yung inventory ng Micro Center. Slowly but surely, maybe not in 5 years, but hopefully sometime. And then we also want to have like a super shop. I mean, like our own place talaga, and it's not just one room, but it's like one whole location with different floors. Isang floor puro monitors, isang floor puro, I don't know, CPU coolers or something like that. Pero to be honest, mahirap dito in the city. So maybe in the south, maybe we'll put up something in Laguna or something even further. Like parang superstore for computers, and since we can design our own space, we'll make it like really enticing. And you know, if you're from Metro Manila, maybe you wouldn't mind driving down there just to see everything. And that's our hope. Yun, maybe in the next 5 years sana. Next shop is separate branch na regional distributor. Casey Bolios. Sana, yun nga, parang like a superstore in the south. Kasi realistically, ang hirap na makahanap ng lupa dito, then we'll set up our own shop. I mean, it takes money to build, to buy the land and to build something on it. But, you know, medyo baka in the province, mas mura pa yung lupa, and then, you know, we can save on the cost of the land and then put it into like having a really nice building and stuff. So that sana is the medium-term goal, maybe 5 years or so. Definitely keep a location in Metro Manila, in Makati, just as a central location. Pero, the 5-year goal, God willing, is something like like a superstore in the south, and then in the north, and then maybe by then we'll have enough capital to have a nice one in Metro Manila. I saw Ace sa Cebu. Murag dugay-dugay pa before we reach Cebu. I would want actually a presence in the south, and you know, in Cebu, and maybe Zamboanga or Jensan or Davao. But first things first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To be honest, it's really expensive running a shop. So we have a lot of expenses to take care of first. Pero sana, yun, diba? Parang, yun nga, every time we move, it's an upgrade to a bigger space, and more opportunity to carry more stock, and just an opportunity to cater to more people as the shop becomes more well known. And yeah, so we're really excited. You know, hopefully this is a sign of even better things to come. Pesto is the new shop, the one you equipped with the PLDT fiber. Yes. To be honest, I really have a hate relationship with PLDT. I think their service is super bad. But yung pagkabit, mabilis naman. Yung problema kung magka-problema. But so far, yeah, we're using PLDT. This is PLDT fiber, and yes, we haven't run across any of the usual problems of the stream. If you watch the regular streams, alam mo talagang palagi nagkakaproblema with the stream. But to be fair, our first inaugural stream here at Chino Roces, parang okay naman si PLDT. So credit where credit is due. Yung PLDT, mabilis naman pagkabit. Let's see how it goes, like if there's a problem. Leah Magnaye, everything sugar. I don't know if we can compete with Amazon as the everything store, everywhere, everything store. Pero definitely, sana, like, you know, we'll expand our inventory some more of PC parts. This is much more expanded than when we first moved into Giho. Sana when we move out of this place also, maybe 3 years or so from now, sobrang expanded na rin yung inventory. Tony Navarro, primary goal, yes, almost up to 100k. To be honest, we're still gaining daily subs, but not as fast as I would like. Yeah, I would like to reach 100k sooner rather than later, so I can stop obsessing over it. It's not a healthy preoccupation, to be honest. Na always thinking like, oh, what's the subscriber count and things. And I'm thankful that, you know, every day there is a solid number of subscribers, but it's just not going as fast as I would like. And at the same time, though, it's a vanity metric, right? I mean, like, who cares, 75k versus 100k? Although you do get that silver plaque at 100k. So yeah, I do tend to obsess over it, which is not healthy. Expanded parking lot. You should check us out now, Kenechi C. Especially during the weekends, we have the whole parking lot to ourselves. Sobrang laki na ng parking dito sa new location, which is one of the things that we improved on when we moved to Chino Roces, is that grabe talaga yung parking. There's a lot more parking now. Di na hassle to park. Leah Magnaye, time to make 25,000 accounts to reach 100,000. No. You know naman, we're here at Hardware Sugar, we're always about orig and legit, and we don't want fake subs. Like, if you notice, we rarely do giveaways because we don't believe in having to buy new subs. I mean, you know, buy as it were. We like the organic content and organic subscribers, organic likes and things like that. We very rarely do giveaways. We don't like pay for subs or likes. So we'll get there. Tony Navarro, the silver plaque would really be a nice backdrop when you stream or post videos. Yes, when we get the silver plaque, I will be putting it here somewhere in the shop, like maybe like there in the bookshelf or something. So the silver plaque will be for the shop. I won't be keeping it like in my personal place or something. The silver plaque is for Hardware Sugar, and it deserves to be in the shop. So when we finally get it, it will be on display here at the shop. A lot of our customers find us through YouTube, so yeah, I do agree. It'll be nice to like they pass by and when they see the silver plaque, so it's like a connection between YouTube and the shop. All right, so I am rambling, guys, and I do apologize. I want a big portion of the stream was just me on silent. I had to do shop business, and I do actually need to shoot 1.5 videos after this stream, so I will be taking my leave. I did get to show you basically what I wanted to, which was number 1. I believe Rafael is talking to me using our CCTV camera there on the. It's very hard to see, but it's there on top of the Core P3s. So just very briefly again, what I wanted to show you guys, the new shop. Hello, new shop, Chino Roces. Please do come visit us here. Much larger space. We'll be getting more tables and shelves and things like that. So this is like the beta version of the new shop. The caster thing that I assembled today, which was actually a bit difficult to assemble, but it's super nice now. The build that we just did, the Pure Base 500DX build, and the diagnostic thingy that we have there running in the MSI Vampiric 100R. So yun, I do actually have to get to work and shoot a video which is due on Thursday. And Ren, if you're watching, watch out for my Slack later kasi may message kita on the details of this video. We do need it by Thursday because it's a special video for our primary sponsor, who we're actually, oh, you can see their discounted sign over there, and we're quite happy that they're taos pusong suporta sa amin. They're actually, it's really quite nice to have a primary sponsor. So I do need to do that video, and then I'll do a 0.5 video because whoa, look, it's the infinite loop thingy. Sorry. Which was requested by Rocky the Programmer. I'll be doing an intro on the 400k bonkers build that we just did and the conclusion to that. So I gotta go, guys. Thanks so much for joining me from the first stream, not the last. There'll be many more to come, hopefully, from this new location at Chino Roces. Please do come visit us. Parking is a lot easier now, especially on the weekends. Our location is already updated on Waze, Google Maps, Lalamove, and Mr. Speedy, or Borzo, formerly Mr. Speedy. I don't know why Grab hasn't updated our location yet, but it should be like, propagating to the rest of the map things soon. So, hi Cloudy. Sorry, I'm just about to end the stream. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and have a good Sunday, guys. Advance Merry Christmas, but we will have another stream closer to Christmas. Laters.